Good evening, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome to Speak That Talks. As always, I am so excited to go live every single Thursday since May 7th. So, to everybody that's tuning in, thank you so much. We're about to get started. I am so excited about today, and I am even more excited about the rest of this month. This month marks the third month of just simply taking a thought to go live, to pause, to just take a break from everything that's been happening in the world, from COVID-19 to social injustices and everything in between. So thank you to everybody that's been watching and supporting since May 7th. So we still have some time for you to pull in some more folks. As I tell everybody to virtually interact, please go to the Speak That Movement page on Facebook. The Speak That Movement page is where the real virtual interaction happens. From that page, I can see your comments. I can pull you into the conversation, and we can really have a good time interacting today. So again, just go to the Facebook page, Speak That Movement, and we'll be here waiting on you. So again, I just want to thank you all for joining in. Let's virtually connect right now. If you're watching live, add your name, add your city in the comments. Let everybody know who's joining and where you're representing from. And also, if you have any comments throughout the day for today's segment, please feel free to just add them in the comments. And that's how you become a part of this virtual conversation. So without further ado, I again want to welcome everybody to this edition of Speak That Talks. My name is Tiara M. Tucker. I am the founder, the CEO, the creator, and the producer of Speak That Talks. So I'm also the founder and CEO of Tiara PR Network, which is my PR communications consulting and events boutique firm based in Dallas, Texas. And I am also the visionary leader who is passionately in love with Speak That Movement. And Speak That Movement is my effort to empower, uplift, and connect business professionals and believers who truly believe that words have power, that we can make our dreams a reality, and we can reach all of our goals. And we know that along our journey to dream and goal realization, it won't always be easy, but we can live our best lives. So thank you to everybody that's been supporting both of those efforts. So before I can go on with today's Speak That Talks, I do have to acknowledge something very special. So this week, 3 years ago, marks the very first Speak That Movement event that I had in Dallas, Texas. Years ago, actually, it was 4 years ago. I don't even have my math right. Time flies. 4 years ago, July of 2016 is when I took that major step of faith and I hosted my very first Speak That Movement event in Dallas, Texas. So I am just so happy that God gave me this vision and this idea to just connect with other people. So in honor of this 4-year anniversary in Dallas, Texas, I want to show just a little history of my journey and the journey with Speak That Movement from Illinois, where it all started, to right now in Dallas, Texas. Hello, my name is Tiara Tucker, and I am the founder of Speak That Movement and Tiara PR Network. Speak That Movement was created based on a vision received on January 1st, 2011, while celebrating New Year's Eve in Chicago. The vision came to host an event in Bloomington, Illinois, that years later is still being talked about. And throughout the event, the audience chanted, "Speak that," when they heard something that was profound. That one day in Bloomington created something that lasted for years. So after the first event at the Castle Theater, there was an urge, a passion inside of me to do more, to see what can really happen with this Speak That concept. So then I started doing more. There was a Speak That open mic nights. There was a Speak That artist and author showcase. And then for the Illinois State University homecoming, there was the Speak That event. And that event led to what was next. So what happened next was the transition. You know, those of you who have ever been through a transition in life, that's when God is shifting some things, right? That's when the storm is coming, you're blowing, you don't know what to do, you don't know where to go, you don't even know how to articulate the experience. But you have a feeling that God is doing some things. And that's what he did. I had to be still. I had to pray. I had to just believe that I was going through a process. And after the storm blew, after my faith was built up, God showed up. He never left, but he showed up and revealed himself. And I was relocated to Dallas, Texas. And Dallas, Texas is where the next chapter of Speak That began. So in April of 2012, I was relocated to Dallas, Texas. And although my employer relocated me, I always felt that my purpose was much greater than my job. I was on a mission, and that mission is now called Speak That Movement. But in 2012, I did nothing with it. That's right. You would think, full of energy, ready to go. Pause again. I got acclimated into my city. I was focused on my career. I just enjoyed being in Dallas. But Speak That, it never left me. Then finally, after multiple requests for people asking, what's going on with Speak That? And a burning desire to take it off of the shelf and plant it in Dallas, Texas, I decided to launch Speak That Movement. Speak That Movement was created to empower, entertain, and connect business professionals and believers with words, events, media, and novelties, such as the Speak That Movement Empowerment Calendar. So here we are in Dallas, Texas. After several events, several opportunities to bring in people of all walks of life, to empower them, to inspire them, to motivate them, to encourage them, and also to let us all know that we have the power to speak things into existence. We should walk by faith and not by sight. We should know that there is power in our words, in our thoughts, and we should know that we have the ability to dream it, believe it, speak it, and walk it. Thank you for following Speak That Movement on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Thank you for coming to the events. And thank you for being a part of this journey, of this movement, where all of us are being empowered, because there's something in all of us, and we are about to live our best life here. So thank you for following the movement. There you have it, the journey of Speak That Movement. So once again, thank you all for tuning in to Speak That Talks. This is a special series where we are going to talk about walking in your purpose. And again, purpose is such a huge thing. Sometimes we wonder, what is our purpose? I thought about what is my purpose, and then I finally figured out what it was, and I accepted it and I embraced it. So it's not too late to reach out to some people, let them know that we are about to have a life-changing, life-transforming conversation with my guest speaker today that I'm so excited to bring up. So again, check out the Speak That Movement Facebook page. Let me know where you are. Let me know where you're representing. Shout out real quick to Miss Karen Wilson representing Peoria, Illinois. Shout out to Miss Serena Newby, my sorority and ship of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Inc., representing Chicago in the building. All right, y'all, we're about to get started. So I am very excited to welcome to the Speak That Movement platform the first guest of this series called Walking in Your Purpose. So we are going to have a great conversation. So without further ado, I'm going to bring up Miss Shelley Mechette.
Hi.
Hello, Miss Shelley. How you doing?
I'm doing well. How are you tonight?
I am doing well. So Welcome to the Speak That Talks platform.
Yes, I'm excited.
Yes. So you are representing from California.
That's
So one
right.
of my favorite states. So shout out to everybody from California. So Shelley, I'm going to first of all tell everybody how we met.
Yes,
So we just met, okay? So last week I was so excited about the new month of Speak That Talks, which I originally thought was only going to last the month of May, but God thought otherwise. So I said, you know what? I want some more speakers. I want to pull in some more speakers. And so I put something out there on Instagram, a request for speakers, kind of shared a little bit about what my vision was. And you were one of the people who responded. We had
yes,
a conversation. We had a few conversations since
yes.
then. So it is an honor to have you here. High level. Shelley is an author. Shelley is a speaker. Shelley is a coach. Shelley is an amazing businesswoman, a believer. And Shelley is the first guest of the Walking in Your Purpose series. So Shelley, you tell us more about you.
Well, I mean, I think that you have covered it. Yes, I am a certified life purpose coach. My passion is really to help women live life by discovering their purpose. We spend so much time living behind titles until sometimes we get to a point in our lives where we don't know exactly who we are. That's the point where I was at one time in my life. And so when I was able to walk through that discovery of who I was outside of those titles, that is when I actually found my purpose. I found out that my purpose was to help other women live life by discovering their purpose. And so I became a certified life purpose coach. I'm a speaker. As you stated, I'm an author, and I am just a women's champion. And I'm also a self-awareness expert. When we're able to understand who we are and who we've been designed and created to be, then that's when we have the best, the best life in my opinion, because that's when we can walk in our power, the power that's ours, personally ours.
Yes, very nice. Like you just got me all pumped up and excited just with your intro. Yes, everybody, listen, this is going to be interactive. If you know me, I love the interaction. So when you hear something that speaks life to you, I want to hear you. I want to see you. Throw up a heart,
Yes.
throw up a fist, throw up a praise, a pump, whatever it is.
Yes, send up that pump. Yes.
Shout out Janice, my mom, watching from Dallas, Texas. Shout
Oh,
out to Miss Michelle MacArthur, who is representing Plano, Texas. And
all
Michelle was
right.
Michelle was a guest speaker
All
just
right.
um, just 2 weeks ago, and we had an amazing conversation. If you all want to check that out, go to the Speak That Movement page where you can check out my wonderful and empowering interview with Michelle. All right, sister, are you ready to just get this going?
Let's jump into it. What you got for me? What you got?
All right. So the Speak That Talks platform. Every week since May 7th, I've had a special guest. Mine is last week when it was just me to recap. And every guest, we have different hot topics. We have talked about everything from social injustices, George Floyd, Ahmaud Arbery, Breonna Taylor. We talked about Black Lives Matters. We talked about Father's Day, National Day of Prayer, mental health awareness, goal setting,
Beautiful.
every single thing you could think of. Well, not everything. If we didn't get to it yet, we have more things. But we talked about whatever is on the minds of business professionals and believers. I want this to be the unfiltered, uncensored, and unscripted platform. So that leads me to what I have for you today, Miss Shelley.
All right, come on.
So our first hot topic, pretty simple. Let's do a drum roll for it.
Okay. All right.
Walking in your purpose. So
Okay.
let's just talk. Tell everybody, what does walking in your purpose mean to you?
For me, the simple definition of that is to recognize who I've been called to be and go unapologetically. We look at purpose as this big, grand, large thing, and it doesn't have to be that. Purpose could be as simple as I have a passion for creating baked goods. And with that, I serve the community now. And now I'm fulfilled and I'm satisfied because I've been able to use my gift to give back and to pour life into someone else. So being able to walk in your purpose is me being able to use my gift to pour life into someone else.
Nice. So, one of the things that I saw on your Facebook post when you were, shouting out and letting people know you were going to be a guest today, but you said that you wanted to talk about how to discover your purpose, how to cultivate your purpose, and how to master your purpose. So, talk to us a little bit more about that: discovering, cultivating, and mastering your purpose. For the people out there who are wondering, well, I don't know my purpose. Let's talk about that.
One of the things that I love to be able to tell people is that, number one, there's so many gifts and talent that we have. It can be confusing sometimes. Like, are these just talents? Are they hobbies? Is it purpose? So one of the ways to really discover the difference between your hobby, things that you really enjoy, and your purpose is to make a list. I encourage everyone that I sit down with, all of my clients, make a list. And what we're going to do with that list in discovery is we're going to start with just 5 things that you enjoy. Don't make it difficult. I don't care what it is. I don't care if you enjoy just watching TV. I don't care if you enjoy jump roping, whatever it is. Let's write those 5 things down that you really enjoy. And then after we write those things down, attach a feeling to those things. Because sometimes, and I use myself as an example, I enjoy writing, but the feeling that's attached to that is me being able to decompress, me being able to relax. That's not purpose. Purpose is for me to be able to enjoy using that to be able to give life to somebody else. I don't enjoy using writing to give life to someone else. I enjoy using writing to decompress, to laugh, to relax, to let my thoughts out. That's a hobby. That's something I enjoy. That's something that's fun for me. It's not my gift that I use to bring life to other people. So when you write down those 5 things, attach a feeling to it, attach an emotion to it. When I cook, how do I feel? I feel exhilarated. I feel excited. I love creating new recipes. I get life. That's something you want to put a check mark by to say, okay, this could be more than just a hobby. This could be purpose. What I want people to understand about purpose is it doesn't have to come overnight. I think we put stress on ourselves and we don't understand that discovering purpose is a process. That's why it's called discovering. It's me pulling back, the onion. It's me going a little bit deeper. It's me saying, oh, I tried this, but nah, that doesn't work. So now let me go back to my list and attach that feeling. So that's how we discover the purpose. And then we cultivate the purpose by doing it. Let me see. Is this something that really gives me life? Is this something I enjoy? And I'll give the example of me doing my, I had a nonprofit called Rooted for Life, which was for teens to help them prepare for college. And I enjoyed doing it, but there was no fulfillment in it. It was something great. People enjoyed it, but there was no fulfillment. So we can be doing things that are good things, but if there's no fulfillment, no connection, no life that I'm receiving as I give it to you, then that's something I want to say, no, that may not be purpose. So even if you think you found purpose, which I thought I had found it at that time, I realized, oh, that's not it. That's us cultivating, stepping out, walking into it so that you find out, is it or isn't it? I found out that wasn't it. I was doing the right thing before the wrong people. I was supposed to be pouring life into others, but it was supposed to be women. But had I not stepped into that and cultivated what I was feeling, I never would have discovered. So you have to go hand in hand.
Yes.
So after you do that, after you discover, after you begin to cultivate, now it's time to master it, honey. And mastering it is you taking ownership of it, walking in it unapologetically, continuing to learn about it and serving up that gift. Serve it up because you're the master of it. You know why? Because God gave it to you. So walk in it, enjoy it, love it, learn more about it, and give it. And that's how we're able to discover, cultivate, and master what the master has given.
Yes, sister. The doors of the church are open.
Come on. Walk in what God has given you unapologetically. I think so many times we become intimidated, like nobody wants to hear what I have to say. I'm really not special. All I do is teach. No, honey, that's not all you do is teach. You are a master at teaching because that is the purpose and the gift that God has given. Your words bring life to students.
That's good.
Master that, walk in that, own that. Yes. And go ahead and snap with it. Snap with it.
Everybody, listen, everybody out there that's watching, I want you just to snap to yourself.
Snap with it. And you need to be able to let yourself know, I am a master at, and fill it in. Fill that in.
Yes, I love that. And with Speak That Movement, one of the things I love to talk about is speaking life. Like we have to speak life over ourselves.
Yes,
we have to speak life over other people. But when all else fails, and there's nobody on that bandwagon, nobody behind you, nobody in front of you, nobody cheering you on.
That's right.
Life over yourself.
You have to become that cheerleader. Exactly.
Yes. Talk to us a little bit more about the let's say the mastering piece of it, right? The people that are searching for the support or just searching for, I only have one person that likes this. What about those people out there that are a little nervous or not unapologetic or a little fearful, not willing to step out on faith, but they're fearful about mastering it and putting it out there?
What I need them to know is that's okay. None of us become masters overnight. That's why we're cultivating. That's why we're taking steps. That's why we're learning. That's why we're getting certificates. That's why we're taking classes. These are the things that give you confidence. When I know that I know what I'm talking about, I know that I can help women find purpose. I know that I'm an expert in helping to pull out your self-awareness. I know this. Not because I think that I'm so high, but because I've cultivated it. I've studied some things. I've walked in it. I've helped people. If you helped one person, you mastered that opportunity. Take it day by day, step by step. It doesn't have to all be at the same time. Try one thing, the one thing that you're great at. And again, I go back to being a teacher as an example. If you know that mathematics is your thing, then maybe you can jump on a live one day and do a video, a 2 to 3 minute video, just talking about the different ways that parents can teach children math when they're having a hard time. You've just mastered that because I didn't know it. Yeah. You've stood in your purpose, you've educated me, and you've taken your gift and you've given me life.
That's good.
You have rocked that in 2 minutes. And when we continue to do small things to cultivate and to continue to walk in it, then we begin to have confidence in the fact that we can master what it is that we've been called to do.
Yes.
But it takes time. It takes time.
It does. And what I love about what you're saying is it's not overnight. Like you said, it's not overnight. And let's talk about the trial and the error, how the lessons learned along the journey.
Yes. There's so many lessons that are that you learn by understanding your purpose. And one of the things that you learn is what's not your purpose. That's what's so beautiful about it. When you really decide that I'm going to understand who I am, and let's take it back to self-awareness. Before you can even fully step into your purpose, you really need to understand, who am I? Who am I as the person? What things do I have that I need to deal with within me? Am I a jealous type person? Am I a bitter person? Am I an unhappy person? Do I frustrate easily? Do I allow people to use me? Self-awareness. Because you're going to need all of your confidence to step into your purpose. Everyone's not going to cheer you on. And if you're not in the position where you can say, whether it's 1, 100, or 1,000, it doesn't change my message. It doesn't change my mastery. It doesn't change who I was created to be. Then you're 1,000 steps ahead already. Finding and cultivating purpose, you're going to bump your head. you're going to understand that that didn't work. Even when we're business people, how many of us have gone into business and everything worked the first time?
Right.
Everything worked the second time. We've learned our greatest lessons in business by falling, by bumping our heads, by losing some money. We're more keen now. Let me lose a couple of $100. I'm gonna be like, okay, well, let me hold up now. Let me see first. It's the same when we're finding out who we are. I always encourage people to write, to journal, to jot down. Sometimes you don't know that you have a temper until you begin to sit down and say, oh, wow, I just went from 0 to 100. And the only thing he said was, we're out of fries. Write that down.
That's a good one, because sometimes I go from 0 to 50 when they forget to add my stuff in the bag, okay? But it's not 100, so I won't write it on my list.
Right. It's not 100 yet, so you're still doing good. But this is self-awareness, because here's what happens when we're not aware of who we are, the wonderful things and the things that we need to work on. Then purpose becomes a little harder. If you're a person who's not very patient, but God has given you a gift in some type of customer service, you're going to have to come to an awareness that I need to work on patience, or else your purpose is not going to prosper.
Yeah, that's
so
good.
We have to bring it back to who we are, and then we can confidently walk in who we've been created to be.
I love that. That's really good, because I think sometimes people are looking for something just humongous. And I had Pastor Dr. Freddie D. Haynes III as a guest back in May, and amazing prophetic pastor, amazing social activist. And we talk a little bit about, people using their platforms, and it doesn't have to be something major. Like you can in your household. You could master being a mom, master being a dad, master being an aunt, an uncle, being a great neighbor, whatever it is. Everybody's not called to be on a stage or have a platform per se, but it's mastering whatever it is that God called you to do.
Exactly. And it's so funny that you would say that, because I literally just made a post maybe 2 days ago saying that it's great to be an international speaker, to stand on stages, to pour life into women. I love all of those things. But if I'm not pouring life into the 2 women that live in my household, then I have done a great injustice, because they're the ones that are going to live out my words, my everyday words. They're the ones who I'm pouring into. They're the ones who are going to live life recalling the things that I said. And so my greatest empowerment are to the 2 people that I have birthed. That's where my ministry begins. And that's where we need to be aware of. Let me start here. How does it look for me to run out and say, let me pour into you. Let me pour into this woman. Let me help show you what God has for you. And I haven't done that for the 2 that God have blessed me with.
Yeah, that's powerful. So, hey guys, if you haven't already, tag some people, because this is only the first hot topic. We have a few more to go, so it's not too late. Pull in some people that you think will really be blessed by this message. And I have to give a really special shout out. We have Miss Veronica Matthews joining in from Maryland.
Hey, Veronica.
Yes, hey, Veronica. Why I consider her a special guest is because Veronica will be the guest speaker next week. When we will this conversation.
Looking forward to it.
That's right. So thank you for joining in, Miss Veronica, and everybody. Next week, oh yeah, this series is hot. I'm so excited. God is so good with this one. All right. So before we go to the next hot topic, any questions out there? Any comments? Anything else that you want to say regarding walking in your purpose, Miss Shelley?
I guess the greatest thing that I love about purpose is that it's personal. And if you haven't discovered your purpose yet, don't let that deter you. You're breathing. If you don't know who it is that God has created you to be, don't let that deter you. Reach out, connect with people, connect with coaches. That's what we're here for, to help you discover another version, a better version, the next version of who you are. It's not too late. I didn't begin to understand who I was until my 30s.
Mm-hmm.
And so as long as you're breathing, you can still discover, cultivate, and master who you've been called to be.
That's good. And as I close out this hot topic of walking your purpose, I just want to say that when we're walking along our path in our journey, I always say when God gives you the vision, he will give you the provision. And don't be discouraged, people out there. Don't be discouraged when you're like, how do I do this? How do I do this alone? Right here is an example of two women, two strangers. I'm from Illinois. She's from California. We connected along our journeys on Instagram because of a post that I put out there while I was cultivating and mastering in my purpose, saying, hey, who wants to join me for a conversation? You said yes. You didn't know me. I didn't know you, but we connected and it felt right. And I would say this also. If you're about your business, be about your business. Be ready. I check websites. You check websites, you know. Look at posts. So I say that as just a little tidbit for folks walking along that journey and just wondering, well, how do I get started? Well, first of all, just keep working on it. You know, take your pictures that you might want to share. You know, work on your social media. You don't need to hire somebody in the beginning. You take your social media, you take your platforms, you just practice, you just take a step every single day, whatever it is that you want to do. The key is you have to do it.
That's right. The key is you have to walk. That's why you have the hashtag walking in your purpose. You have to walk. Even if you don't completely understand, walk, see, experiment. There's nothing wrong with it. Be willing to trip. It's okay. Be willing to skin your knees. There's Band-Aids. It's okay. Put a Band-Aid on. Get a little peroxide. It'll be fine. The next time you go out, you'll know to walk around. It's okay. It's okay. Just begin with the first step. And I tell everybody, I'm not a technology person at all. And I do mean at all. So the little things that I know how to do, I will do. And then I'll connect with somebody else. I use a barter system with people. I mean, there are ways for us to get things done. But if you walk, you'll see that other people are connected to you. Other people are willing to assist you. Other people, they're connected to your message. And God will light the path for more.
That's real. And on that note, hey, I'll drop the mic and you can drop the mic on that walking in your purpose hot topic. We have some comments out there. Be with it. Yes. So folks are definitely agreeing.
Yeah, I have my legacy number 2 over here. She said I have a comment over here. What's my comment?
What's her comment?
Oh, someone said the key is you have to do it. And you are absolutely right. That is the key. You have to do it.
Gotta do it. You gotta do it. Do it when you're scared. Do it when you're broke. Do it when you don't know where you're going. Do it when you're anything. Just do it.
Just do it. Just do it.
We just have to take that one for you from your Nike. All right. So we're gonna move on to the hot topic number 2. This one is all about you, Miss Shelley.
Okay, what we got?
Life purpose.
All right.
So you are a life purpose coach, right?
Yes.
All right. Tell us what does life purpose mean?
Yes. And so as just like we talked about walking in your purpose, your life purpose is what God has called you to do so that you can give life to other people. In this big, grand world, we are all still connected. We're all connected in some way. And what God has gifted me with is going to be the key to you being able to walk in what you've been gifted in. And so when we all take the opportunity to walk in the purpose that God has given us, then not only does it bring life to us, but again, it brings life to other people. When you're not walking in what you've been destined to walk in, what you do is you cause other people to remain locked in a cage. They're waiting on you. They don't know how to do their social media. And because you're not walking in your gift, I'm still sitting over here like, well, I don't know. But when you begin to walk in yours, when you begin to exercise yours, when you begin to be confident in yours, then you're able to unlock other people as well. As a life purpose coach, we're going to go back like most life coaches do, and we're going to talk about some of your belief systems and how you look at certain things and your value system. But then we're going to attach that to what you have been designed and created for. And we're going to open up that door so that you can begin to walk in life. I firmly believe that we discover and find and walk beautifully in life when we're able to do it in purpose. And that's what life purpose is.
That's good. So let's talk a little bit about the life purpose. Let's talk to the people out there who have had and we've all had it, first of all, situations in our lives that just knocked us to the ground, made us be like,
oh yeah,
doing? Like, let's talk to the people out there right now who are sometimes just want to give up. You know, one of the things to speak that movement, I really like to focus on mental health. Mental health is real. You know, I don't care if you're going after your dreams and life is good, it can hit you. I don't care if you started off on a bad road, life can hit you. That, like the people that are looking to overcome stuff.
Here's the thing that I like for people to understand. There's frustration in purpose. Again, we look at purpose and we think, oh, once we find it, honey, I'm getting on the yellow brick road. Everything gonna be good. I know what I've been called to. You know, I see rainbows and sparkles and that's not it. That's not it. So there's going to be frustrations in everything that we do. I am a firm believer in taking what I call our life breaks. And I mean, at any point in time, I've literally had to shut down my day and just say, you know what? The day is over. Forget it. I am mentally unable to take all of the blows that are hitting me. It's not that I don't understand that the blows will come. It's that there's too many right now. There's too many today, or there's too many this week, or there's too many this hour. So you know what? I'm giving myself a life break and I'm shutting everything down and I'm going away. I know sometimes it's not that easy if you have a 9 to 5, but if you're in a capacity like that and it's just too much, I encourage you to say to your employer, in order to have the best employee, I need to step away for a moment and give yourself a life break. Go outside, look at the sky, take in the atmosphere, listen to the birds, get a drink of water, have some coffee, do a countdown, step away, because there are going to be frustrations. I want people to understand that when you're talking about you feel like giving up, that's called normal. That's called normal. That's called life. And like, so
it's okay it's okay to not be okay.
Exactly. It is okay. And so we need to stop feeling like we're supposed to be okay all the time. Where? In this life, there's trials, there's tribulations, there's good times, there's bad times. And sometimes the bad times are just too much. And we need to be able to go away. I encourage people to plan what I call, a mental escape. You need to be able to have an escape plan. And your escape plan needs to come before you ever have any type of a mental crash. So you need to already have 3 to 5 things written down that is your escape so that you can be able to replenish. One of my escapes is I love to watch comedies. So when life begins to be too much, don't bring me no dramas. Don't bring me no sad stories. Don't bring me no documentaries. I don't want none of that. I need to escape. So therefore, I need to turn on, the wackiest comedy that I can find. I need to turn on some Living Single. I need to turn on an episode of Mom. I need to turn something on so I can turn this off.
That's real.
But things that you already need to have written down. You can't wait until you're frustrated and try to find the escape. You need to know the escape so that when the triggers come, you can say, okay, I need a life break. I'm going to take 30 minutes and watch I Love Lucy or whatever it is. What are your escape moments? What's your escape plan? And write down 3 to 5.
That's good. I listened to someone from my hometown. He's a pastor, and I listened to him on Sunday. And something that he mentioned was when you're in school, you have a fire drill for a reason. You have a tornado drill for a reason. It prepares you for the real thing. So when we were young and we heard the alarm and we go out in the hallway and stop, drop, roll, whatever it is.
Yeah.
You have to prepare then so that if it ever happens, we already know the plan.
Exactly.
So I love that. And what I appreciate about what you said is as my mom said, laughter is good for the soul. What I appreciate about what you said is that for me, I have what I call my annual escape weekends. So last year, the first weekend of June, I escaped. I went to Denver, Colorado. I took a month off of work. Like,
that's beautiful.
My boss probably thought I was crazy, but I said, you know what? I just need some time off, you know? And I say that 'cause at the time, it was very awkward to be like, I need a little time. But I needed that for me. And I didn't have to explain to anybody why I needed that. But I just wanted a break. I wanted a break from my 15-year career. I wanted just a break. At the time, you know, the social injustices that I was helping out with from the PR standpoint was heavy. And I escaped. And when I escaped, I learned about mindfulness. So I love to talk about mindfulness. You know, I learned about meditation. I learned about the power of mindfulness walking, when you just go out in your neighborhood, in nature, and you just walk and you're observant to everything around you. Mindfulness when you're eating. Like, don't just eat that food during COVID-19, bringing in all those pounds.
Okay, conviction.
Hello. Let's put in what we're eating. Let's think about the process of it being made. Like you mentioned, the people that love to cook. Don't just get in that kitchen and cook. Think about, oh my God, I'm taking this onion and I'm taking this and I'm cutting it, and
that's a beautiful process. That's beautiful. I love that. When you can take in every moment and be observant of every moment. And actually smell the seasoning and smell the ingredients and take time to put that masterpiece together. Yes, that is beautiful.
That's real.
Beautiful. And that's a wonderful escape plan.
It is. So I would encourage people, you know, like Shelley said, escape. You know, you don't have to go anywhere. You know, this year for my annual weekend, I got a hotel room in downtown Dallas. I literally drove 15 minutes, but I escaped.
Yes.
Escape from social media, people.
Yes.
Stop being on social media, getting stressed out, having an emotional roller coaster, getting mad at people. You control your social media.
Exactly. And the greatest thing about it is you can get off. That's the greatest thing about it. And I am a big believer in the block ministry and the unfollow ministry. They're amazing. Amazing ministries, just with a click.
That's it. And then you can always bring them back. So Miss Lanita, shout out to Lanita. Lanita is.
Hi, Miss Lanita.
Oh man, I love Lanita. Lanita is huge supporter of Speak That movement. So Lanita said, you can't pour into others if your cup is empty. The escape plans assist to refill your cup.
And that's exactly it. You have to be able to have that escape plan so that you can refill your cup. Let's remember, your purpose is your gift so that you can give life. How can I give life if I'm dead? How do I do that?
Yeah.
How do I give life if I'm mentally disconnected? How do I give life if my body is completely drained?
Yep.
I can't even make proper decisions when I'm under stress.
That's right.
So if all of these things, you know, again, if I'm supposed to be able to give life, it's going to be very difficult to do that when I have nothing to give.
That's real. So moral of that, folks, hey, take some breaks.
You have a comment?
Got some comments. So everybody that's out there, if you're not on the Speak That Movement page, come on over to this page so that we can pull you into the conversation.
We had a comment over here on my Facebook page because I'm doing a watch party on my Facebook page, and somebody said they love that block ministry too. Isn't it amazing?
You know what? I need to step up my game with the block ministry. Like,
I love it. It brings me peace sometimes. Oh, really? Yeah, block.
that's hilarious. So, hey guys, if you all have an escape mechanism that works for you, share it in the comments. Let us know what works when it's time to escape from the world. Focus on your life and your purpose. What do? Do you listen to music? Do you turn on a good movie, read a book? So share with us in the comments what your escape plans are.
Yes.
So unless you have any more, anything else I feel like your head is still turning. Anything else you want to say about life purpose?
I get excited about it because I believe that purpose gives us life. It gives us a reason to get up in the morning. It gives us a reason to look at someone and something other than ourselves. When we have something else to live for, when we have a greater to live for, it really puts so many things in perspective. When you're at the moment when you want to quit, that's what gets you up. The fact that there's a greater, it becomes something that's not about me anymore, but it becomes about me being able to give to someone else. And when we can finally put ourselves in that position, then that's another key and just another light bulb of us understanding and knowing that we're mastering what we've been called to do. Mastering this purpose is us understanding it's not about you. It's not about you. Okay. And then there's somebody else who's going to pour into you. You know why? Because it's not about them. And when we keep that going, everyone has a chance to be filled.
That's it. That's it. Fill it up. Fill it up. Fill it up. Somebody put hashtags for me in the comments. Hashtag fill it up.
Yes.
Fill your cup up. And then fill the cups of other people. Because one thing about purpose, and I'll wrap it up with this one. One thing about purpose, if you're really trying to figure out what is your purpose in life, is not going to be about you necessarily.
Nope.
God is going to use you to be a blessing to other people.
Exactly.
That's when you know you're walking in your purpose, when it's about other people. But in order for us to give to other people, we have to give to us and fill up our cup.
Exactly. You did it. You did it. High five to you.
Hey, let's do a virtual high five. Come on.
Come on.
All right. So we are now approaching, as I like to say, my favorite part. Shout out to Veronica. Fill it up, fill it up, fill it up.
Fill it up.
Sweet. My favorite part of every Speak That Talks, the Speak That Speed round.
All right.
Yes. So the 4 pillars of Speak That movement are dream it, believe it, speak it, and walk it. So I like to ask every guest speaker on my Speak That Talks or my Speak That Movement empowerment events that I have, what is your take, your thoughts? What is the Shelleyism of my?
I'm gonna hashtag that. This is the Shelleyism. I like that.
You got your own Shelleyism today by being a guest on this show. I give gifts for you, gifts for you, gifts for everybody.
You're so awesome.
So we're gonna start with the first one, and as always, if you're out there, add the hashtag in the comments so that those that are missing it, they know what we're talking about. Hashtag dream it. So Miss Shelley, what does dream it mean to you?
Dream it. It means to have the vision. Without a vision, the people perish. You need to have a vision. That's what we work towards. We need to be able to see it, see that. And it's okay if the dream is not as big as you think it should be. Start where you are. Don't let anyone dictate what the dream or what size the dream should be. But get the vision. Yeah. Get the vision.
That's good. Believe it.
You have to be able to stand on what you see, even when other people don't. That's why it's so important to get the vision so that you can see it, so that you can believe it, so that you can stand on it, even when it looks like no one else is. You have to be able to know that this is where you're supposed to be. This is where you're called to be. Because when nobody else is standing with you, you have to know in your gut that this is going to come to pass.
I love it. So dream it, believe it, speak it.
But that one, I don't even think that one needs any, any extra, because it's right there. Faith comes from hearing. We need to be able to talk good stuff to ourselves.
Yes.
Talk to you. Get in that mirror and tell you about yourself.
Yep.
Get in the mirror and say and call those things which are not as though they were. Tell yourself that you're an international speaker. To get in that mirror, tell yourself that you're a highly sought after doctor. Tell yourself that all of your books are international bestsellers. Tell yourself, I am the greatest mother that God has ever given these children. Talk to yourself, because when you can hear it, then you're going to be able to believe it, and then you'll be able to see it even better. It goes hand in hand.
That's real. That's good. So dream it, believe it, speak it. And last but certainly not least, Miss Shelley, tell us about Walk It.
I believe it's just like I said before. Go. Go. Do the one step. Don't worry about 12. Do the one step. Don't worry about falling. Get some Band-Aids. Walk it out. Because if you really believe what it is that you say that you've seen, and you're going to continue to speak it, then you're going to have to walk in it. And it doesn't matter how small it is. Don't get caught up in the size. Don't get caught up in how long it takes. Just take the step. One. Don't worry about two. Just do one. Buy the domain. That's it. Just buy the domain.
Yeah.
And then clap for yourself.
That's right.
And then take the next one. Before you know it, the whole site will be up. It'll be beautiful. You'll have 10,000 visitors a month.
Ooh.
Just go get the domain.
That's it. Start somewhere.
Just start somewhere.
Yes, everybody, please help me. Hey there, Si. Help me give Miss Shelley an amazing round of applause. A round of applause. If you're watching from Facebook and if you're watching from YouTube, please give a round of applause. So, Miss Shelley, first of all, thank you for joining the Speak That Talk.
Thank you. This has been wonderful.
I enjoyed myself. I really did. So tell us more. How can people find you? How can people start following you?
Yes, I am on Instagram, and I like to keep it simple. My name is Shelley Mechette, and I think everybody can see the spelling. So I'm on Instagram at Shelley Mechette, no accent, just Shelley Mechette, and you can follow me on Instagram. You can also go to my website where we can stay connected. On there, you can download my 5 daily happiness habits for free. So you can download that, because it's very important, again, that we have self-awareness and that we begin walking in our own peace and happy. So please connect with me on my website, where you'll be able to do that. You'll also be able to grab my book, 70 Days of Happy. Life is Better When You Smile, because again, I am all about self-awareness and positioning yourself for purpose. And all those things begin inwardly. And then you can also connect with me on Facebook at Shelley Mechette. I also have a women's group on Facebook, The Powerful Woman, where we encourage one another, where we just uplift one another, give business tips to each other, because when you're walking in purpose, then you're walking in life. And so let's stay connected.
Awesome. Well, Miss Shelley, it has been a pleasure. So for the last, let's say, you got about a 30-second, 60, I'll give you 60 seconds, because you're in California, y'all 2 hours behind. So,
you're so sweet.
Any kind of way that you want to bless the Speak That movement and the Speak That Talks audience with. Any final words?
My legacy said I had one more comment. What was that comment? What happens? Nothing happens without actions. Walk it out. And that's actually a great note to leave on, that we have to be able to understand that even in purpose takes work. You're not going to be able to master what God has called you to do. Oh, thank you, Miss Janice. You're not going to be able to master unless you're willing to do the actions. We believe that when we've been called to do something, that's it, that we don't need to study more, that we don't need to get a certificate, that we don't need to go back to school, that we don't need a course. These things are wrong. There's no way that you're going to master something if you don't take the time to learn more, to be active in it, to do more. So I encourage all of my purpose masters out there, because that is exactly who you are. You are masters in what you've been called to do. I encourage you to continue to learn more about your gift, to continue to give life to other people, and to continue to walk in what God has called you to do. You are the master of your purpose, and there is no one who does what God gave to you better than you. You know why? Because he gave it to you. So discover it, cultivate it, master it. And I think that's my 60 seconds.
All right, 60 seconds on the California time. That was so powerful that I said, let me step away. Miss Shelley is about to I'm going to give it to you. Well, Miss Shelley, I thank you. You got some love out there. Miss Drea representing the East Coast.
All right.
Say that. So from the East Coast to the West Coast. All right, Miss Shelley, I want to thank you. Thank you
so much. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. I appreciate it. And I appreciate your time, Tiara. This has been amazing. Thank you so much.
Thank you. We'll be in touch. Thank you for blessing this platform. Talk to you soon.
Bye-bye.
All right, everybody. What? I don't even have anything to say. I hope that you all enjoyed this like when God gave you this vision for business series, walking in your purpose. I didn't know what God had in store, but I have a feeling it's going to be amazing. And so I am so excited to say, this is the beginning. This is week one of the series. Join me right here, same time, Facebook, YouTube, the next week's talk, Thursday, the live next week's guest is Miss Veronica Matthews. And I'm so excited, as I mentioned earlier, she said we can talk guess what? So you have to next week if you do like this stuff. So Miss Veronica Matthews is the guest next week, and we are going to continue this conversation. So again, thank you all for tuning in. Shout out to all of the Speak That Movers out there. Speak That Movers, that's my private group of the people that have declared that they are going to live their best lives along this journey of dream and goal realization. We have declared that we will dream it, believe it, speak it, and walk it. So if you want to learn more about Speak That Movers, let me know. And if you want to learn more about Tiara PR Network, my PR communications and events and consultation firm, or Speak That Movement, just go to my website. It's www.tiaraprnetwork.com. If I can ever offer any services for you, let me know. I like to talk. You can just go on my website, fill out the contact form, and I'll set up a conversation. No charge. We'll just talk. And if you know anybody, I'm going to throw this one out there. Ask not, have not. If you know anybody out there that's looking for a host, a moderator, or a speaker, let me know. One, I would love to do it, but also the network of speakers that I have that I'm just connecting with, I would love to bring opportunities to them as well. So again, if you're looking for a speaker, a moderator, or a host for your events right now during COVID-19, reach out to me at www.tiaraprnetwork.com, or you can email me at thetiaramtucker@gmail.com. Last but not least, y'all, thank you so much. Follow, like, Speak That Movement on social media sites, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. You can also follow the new YouTube channel on that's called Speak That Movement as well. Last but not least, thank you all so much for supporting Tiara PR Network and Speak That Movement. As always, may God bless you and may God protect you. And continue to speak life over yourself. Continue to speak life over everybody in your world. And continue to wear those masks out there because we are still living in a pandemic, but we are greater than that pandemic. Love you. Take care. Be blessed.